So yesterday we reported that Tiger Woods was facing some criticism with some calls to retire coming from Colin Montgomerie, and Tiger certainly did not take that sitting down, firing back in a news conference just yesterday with even some personal attacks on Colin Montgomerie. So just to bring you up to speed, what happened was this is not the first time that Colin Montgomerie has criticized Tiger for possibly staying in the game a little bit too long. And in a recent interview, Colin had said that, "I hope people remember Tiger as Tiger was, the passion and the charismatic aura around him. There's none of that now. At Pinehurst, he did not seem to enjoy a single shot, and you think, what the hell is he doing? He's coming to Troon and he won't enjoy it there either." Now, of course, that is definitely some sharp criticism, but you could tell there's a little bit of a caring relationship possibly there where he's just trying to maybe protect a bit of Tiger's legacy. And we talked about this extensively on the podcast this week of just saying, when is the moment to kind of hang it up? But Tiger, being the competitor that he is, very much made it clear that he is not ready. And in yesterday's press conference, what Tiger said was, well, as a past champion, I'm exempt until 60. Colin's not. He's not a past champion, so he's not exempt. So he doesn't get the opportunity to make that decision. I do. Now, here's what he's referring to is, of course, Tiger is a past champion at the Open Championship, and Colin Montgomerie had never won the event. So clearly a dig there. In a lot of ways, it feels like it's Tiger saying, you know what, Colin, mind your own business, stay out of my business. But even more importantly, it's Tiger very cleanly and plainly stating that his competitive edge has not quite left. And Tiger just kind of doubling down on that and digging in a little bit further on Montgomerie. What he said was, so when I get to his age, I get to still make that decision, whereas he doesn't. So again, Tiger in his own kind of way of just kind of pushing the envelope there of just saying, I'm not quite at your age yet. I'm not, effectively saying, I'm not that old yet. I'm not ready to retire. And either way, it's still his decision. He's not going to be forced out in any type of way. We also talked this week on the podcast about Tiger being extended a number of exemptions to keep him playing in events, including a lifetime exemption that the PGA Tour has given for him into all future signature events. So the debate for us is just understanding how much does Tiger want to continue playing versus how much does the game feel like it still needs him there for ratings and trying to push him to play. But just based on these quotes, it's obvious Tiger hasn't quite lost that competitive spirit just yet. Now, speaking to that and to his current form, because again, why this criticism was raised was because a lot of people had said his performance at Pinehurst, his performance in these last couple majors, these last couple years has been hard to watch at times. It was great to see him make the cut at the Masters, but then falling apart the second 2 days and just worrying about whether or not he's healthy enough to continue playing. So Tiger was asked, what his take on that is and if he feels healthy enough to continue playing. And what he said was, I'll play as long as I can play and still feel like I can win the event. And this is something we've mentioned before. Tiger has expressed this multiple times. As long as in his mind, he has that ability to win, he's going to put himself in the field. And I think what Colin Montgomerie was trying to express is he felt like Tiger no longer had that ability to win. Well, you guys let us know what you think in the comments. Does Tiger still have that ability, or is it a bit of a delusion on Tiger's side? Regardless, though, like I said, at least following the words coming out of Tiger's mouth, there's still that competitive edge. And just doubling down on it, one reporter had asked him if his belief to win had wavered over the last 2 years, and Tiger simply and plainly said no. So a lot of confidence there, of course, in Tiger's conviction. Also, some of the reporters that are there on the scene, including Dan Rappaport, had kind of made some comments on the fact of just what Tiger had looked like, noticing that he looked fitter coming into this. And what Dan had said is Tiger looks noticeably leaner this week. The cold and wet Scottish conditions won't help, but he says he's continuing to progress physically. And here we have another quote from that interview with Tiger where he said, "I've been training a lot better. We've been busting it pretty hard in the gym. Body's been feeling better to be able to do such things. And it translates on being able to hit the ball better. Can't quite stay out there during a practice session as long as I'd like, but I'm able to do some things that I haven't done all year, which is nice." And of course, as we all know, Tiger, especially in his prime, was really a level above everyone else in his commitment to practice and how much. I mean, it's legendary just hearing about some of Tiger's daily practice schedule, which included running quite a bit. I think he ran a mile, playing 18 holes in the morning and in the afternoon. I mean, those are out there. It's incredible what he had done. And I think Tiger, being a competitor, it's frustrating to him to not be able to do that. So it's not, in a way, it's not a Tiger just saying, "I am clear bill of health and I am doing everything I want to do." Tiger still has clearly being upfront about his limitations there, that there's still some limitations, but better than he was. So Tiger is definitely fighting an uphill battle. He's trying to get better and recover from that massive injury from the car crash, while at the same time fighting father time and getting older. And it's a battle a lot of us can relate to. It is a tough battle, but again, here we have it where Tiger is, he's not taking any criticism lying down, as obviously by these statements back to Colin Montgomerie. And in his way, it seems like Tiger's subtle way of just saying, like I said, "Colin, you stay out of your business, stay in your business and out of mine." So it remains to be seen how he'll play this week. Let us know what you guys think. Is Tiger right to stay competitive? Do you feel like he can stay competitive, or might this be time for him to start to wind down and retire? Let us know what you think in the comments.